Kellogg. I'm from Providence, Rhode Island. I'm going to be a student at Brown University next year, hoping to study economics, environmental studies, and lots of other things.
Hi, I'm Julia Bradshaw. I am 19 years old and I go to school in Baltimore. And I'm from a little town around Boston called Hamilton. And I'm really excited to do New England Climate Summer this summer because I feel like this is such an important issue for me, and I really want to inspire myself and inspire other people to take action and go out in their communities and do a lot of sustainability initiatives, and I'm really excited to be part of this movement.
Hi, I'm Jackie. I'm from Singapore, but I'm also from Providence, kind of. I go to school there. And tomorrow I have a 70-mile bike ride ahead of me, all the way to Providence, so I'm a little bit nervous about that, but it's going to be fine in the end. And this summer I'm going to be biking around more than 70 miles each time to spread the message about the negative impacts of fossil fuel burning and the urgency of the climate crisis.
My name is Tara Scudero. I just graduated and I went to school near Fredonia, New York. And I'm from Long Island and I haven't been there in a while. I'm moving to Houston right after this summer and only for a year.
Hi, I'm Ellie. I'm from Watkins Glen, New York. I go to Hamilton College in Clinton, New York, and I'm majoring in public policy and minoring in environmental studies, and I'm really excited about this summer.
I decided to do this program. It almost seemed too good to be true. I mean, being outside all summer, and yeah, I'm not getting paid, but I'm getting fed, and that's more than enough for me to do this kind of work, to really work with people. But also the environment isn't separate from ourselves. But I do it because I love people and I love just forming those relationships, even if it's just for a few days.
And I think it's very unjust and unfair that the effects of the burning of fossil fuels is on the people that didn't cause those effects and didn't cause climate change. And I think that that's a very personal issue for me, and I think that everyone should take that to heart.
And this summer I'm going to be spending 9 weeks or 8 weeks biking around Rhode Island and Connecticut with my awesome team to spread the message that we really need to stop fossil fuel burning today.
Partly because it seems like a great big adventure, and partly because I really believe in this work and I think that we need to make a change, so we need to build a movement, and I'm really happy to be a part of it.
I picked Climate Summer because it seems like a good combination of a great summer adventure, getting to bike around New England, but also getting to work on the ground with communities to help build a better future.
We are working to live by our values of not burning fossil fuels, and by demonstrating to people that this is a really important issue and that we're all willing to take off a whole summer to spread the word and spread the message and support communities that are trying to do the same.
Of the urgency. I haven't done this before, biking long distance. I'm a little bit nervous, but I'm sure we'll make it in the end. And I'm really excited about coming to your town.
I think I want to be involved in this movement because the way society is continuing to use fossil fuels is really just unsustainable, and it's something that we need to change so that we have just like a more sustainable future in general, because we can't keep living the way we are now.
Because it's all about getting out there and meeting community members like yourself, and it's really about making the connections between people who are all working on the same issues but are not necessarily connected yet. And it's also about really just being out there with our bikes, our trailers, all our bags hanging off the sides of our bikes, and just showing people that it's possible to live a life without fossil fuels.
I just really started to look hard at the things that meet my basic needs, where my food comes from, when I use energy all the time for all different kinds of things, my clothes. And I started figuring those things out, and I said, this isn't right. Like, the cost on paying for these things doesn't reflect the damage on, so many people, on so many natural environments. And, it doesn't make sense for our economy or our future. So it just, like I said, it just seemed too good to be true to be able to do this kind of work in this way and spend the summer in New England, which is beautiful.
making sure that the system's outputs are always transformed back into inputs and made useful again. And for me, that's what the environmental movement is about as well. Like, economics talks a lot about waste and economics talks a lot about efficiency and how you really want to make sure that you get the most out of your resources. And for me, that really translates into the idea that the huge amounts of waste that we see in our industrial system and our capitalist system really does not do society any good.
And I think, riding around on our bikes and living simply, that's really living our values. And you can't tell people what to do, but you can show them how it's not really making a sacrifice when you live simply and you're outside and you're constantly doing something that you know is right.
It's not just about changing what we use, it's about changing like the way we think about what we're using, and I think we really need that. We need a change of direction.